Hello and welcome back to Beyond the Film Podcast. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Tyler.
And this is Ghostface, and we're here today to talk about Scream 7, Tyler. I hope you loved it just as much as I did.
I guess we're gonna have to wait and see, but
Uh,
yeah, I think it's fair to say as we go into this review that this is probably one of both of our most anticipated movies of the year. Am I correct there?
I'd say absolutely yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Evil Dead Burn comes out this year, so it's kind of a tie.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess where we should start, just to kind of ramp things up a little bit. Um, we did not have the best experience
No.
watching Scream 6. So what happened is we noticed that, hey, this is a movie that's kind of built on a reveal at the end. Maybe we should try to see it as soon as possible. So we realized that our local theater, who shall remain nameless, is
Not
hosting.
nameless in my review.
Yeah, I know, is hosting a fan event. So this fan event promised a poster and a pin, a celebratorial pin. Plus, you get to see the movie early. Cool. Now, to be completely fair, it's not like we arrived 20 minutes early. We got there with like 5 minutes to spare before the movie started. I approached the ticket taker's desk. They had one poster left, and a girl ahead of me got it. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. They must have just ran out. Whatever. So I asked, like, did you guys really run out of posters? And she said, yeah. And then the girl comes back and asks where the goat movie is. So she wasn't even seeing the movie. And they're apparently just handing out the Scream posters to whoever wants them. And yeah, I mean, it's rather frustrating. On top of the fact that, spoiler alert to Ryan, I hated this movie. So, and I believe you liked it.
Uh, we'll get into it. I wouldn't say that it's like the best Scream movie, but I liked it better than 3.
Disagree, but okay.
Um, so the pin is actually news to me, so that just kind of feeds my
Yeah,
fuel. I was unaware that we're supposed to get a pin. I will
yeah.
tell you that I have already been in contact with some of the corporate for the Nameless Theater. And I kind of sent messages to all of their emails and their Instagrams, and I even sent a message to the CEO's private Instagram. So I was assured that I will be hearing from somebody very soon on the situation.
Doubt
I
it.
went a bit Karen. I was a little upset. We can
Yeah,
admit I was a little upset because
I'm
I mean,
not
on
gonna
top
lie,
of
dude.
that,
I'm not gonna lie, dude. It was a little cringe how far you went with this.
I
Like, it's
I
really
I
not
was a
that
little
serious.
upset. I was a little upset. It
A
threw it
little.
on top because I tried to purchase merch the last time we saw a movie, which was pretty much the same week, and they told me that they would not sell merch until the fan event, and then we show up and all of the merch is sold out because they sold it early, and that's what frustrated me also was because I was really trying to get some of that merch, and we're there all the time.
Yep.
So
Yep. 100%. So to wrap up, we did not have the best theater experience in this. So I try to feel like that didn't influence how I feel about this movie, but how I'm going to rip this movie a new one may give that away, and I just want to put that out there for clarity. So, okay, so I've already established I hate this movie. I think it's awful. You like it. So why don't you start? Let's start with positives.
okay, definitely some of the positives. I think that there's some really cool kills in this one. Um, you're making a face like you disagree.
I think there's one cool kill in this.
I think there's at least two. I think
I
definitely the
one
opening
and a
scene and the bar
give you
scene
one
are
and a half.
definitely. Um,
Yeah.
I think that it bleeds nostalgia for the first movie, and I think that's where a lot of it gets me because I'm a sucker for nostalgia. Whether we're wearing the same clothes as the first movie or we are playing the same music that played in the first movie. There's multiple songs that return. I think that's where a lot of my enjoyment comes from. As the days have kind of sit, I do agree that it's not. I mean, I wouldn't even put it in the top 3 of Scream movies, but it's definitely not at the bottom of the list. I actually saw a review that says this is the lowest Rotten Tomato score for a Scream movie, and I would heavily disagree with that. I think there's a lot of it that doesn't make sense, and you just kind of have to go with it. And it's asking to be forgiven a lot. But I mean, this movie sat through a lot of rewrites, and a lot has happened. And I think we're just honestly lucky that we got a movie. You seem itching to say something.
Yeah, I equal parts want to respond to what you said, but also go into my own thing. So I guess I'll respond by saying one thing. Screw that rewrites excuse, because the second movie had less time and went through just as many rewrites, had their freaking ending leaked online, and still somehow managed to make a much better movie. Like, no, screw that excuse. Like, no, absolutely not. Like, this movie had more time to figure out what it was going to do. Like, yes, did it absolutely go through a layer of production hell? Sure. I mean, you have the surrounding issues with, yeah, it's great that Neve Campbell's coming back, but you also lose Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, who, fine. I mean, I mean, we've abandoned the Jill Roberts angle beforehand because that was supposed to be a planned trilogy when it didn't really succeed that well. So, okay, I mean, it's not the first time the Scream franchise has done this, but you kind of abandon that proposed trilogy 5, 6, and 7 because of Melissa Barrera's comments on the Gaza war. Okay. So like I'm already a little peeved about that, but you know what? I was willing to go into the movie. Neve Campbell's back. I'm fine. And frankly, like Neve Campbell probably is the best part of this movie. Like she is easily the most seasoned actress who actually has stuff to do. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest issues. Like Gale Weathers is in there for nostalgia bait for nothing. Like nothing elevates her character beyond, hi, it's Gale Weathers again. So like Neve Campbell clearly has the most to do in this movie. The dynamic between her and her daughter is interesting at first. It kind of wears out its welcome by the end of the film, but clearly she has the most to do. It's very much a Sidney Prescott movie, which is good if you like Sidney Prescott. The problem is I went and bought a ticket for a Scream movie, and I don't really feel like I got Scream. And here's where I'm going to throw something back in your face. The movie we criticize or disagree with most often is the 2013 remake of Evil Dead, correct?
Correct.
And you argue all the time that 2013 movie may be a good movie, but it's not a good Evil Dead movie.
Yes.
And I'm going to throw the same thing in your face here because was this movie maybe competently made? I would argue no, but you could say yes. This is not a Scream movie. You take away the one thing that made Scream stand out from all of the other generic slashers. You took out the meta commentary. There is none here. The movie basically acknowledges that, okay, by the time you get to the 7th film of a franchise, you are becoming the thing that you set to destroy. And to not even attempt to do any sort of meta commentary out of maybe like, where were you during the last movie, Sidney? Okay, like you abandon what Scream set out to do back in 1996. And no matter how much you hate Scream 3, which I know you do, that movie at least gets the meta commentary correct. It emphasizes this idea that we are wrapping up a trilogy. We are laying out the groundwork for a trilogy. 4, 5, and 6 maybe do that to some extent, but my problem with all of those movies, maybe less so 4, but 5, 6, and definitely this film, is that you enjoy the nostalgia. I see right through the lens. The nostalgia is a desperate ploy to get fans into theaters. It's just, ooh, we dangle Matthew Lillard or whoever is returning to this. Neve Campbell's returning, right? Ooh, Red Right Hand is playing. Great. What else are you offering me? Nostalgia is fine if the product you're still giving me is good, and it's not. It's actually kind of incredible that Kevin Williamson directs this movie, but has no say whatsoever. Well, I don't know how much he had, but like he doesn't have a writing credit in this movie. Like if you're going to bring Kevin Williamson back, bring him back as a writer. Kevin Williamson's directed like 2 movies, I think, throughout the course of his career. Bring him back as a writer. And it shows, like, even though he directs the movie, this is arguably the worst written Scream movie. The ending sucks. The killer reveal is easily the worst in the whole franchise. It still makes no... Dude, I went and read the Wikipedia description of the killer's motivation, and it still makes no sense.
Yeah, no, I agree with you that the weakest part of the movie is that finale ending, and I will 100% back you on this. The killer sucks, everything.
Well, and last point, and then I'll let you talk. The one part that I think really hurts is because that killer ending sucks so much. The movie spends so much time emphasizing that this is really a legacy film, right? We are bringing back old characters. We are bringing back old ideas. They set the intro in freaking Stu Macher's house, which if you think about it after the killer reveal, why is that a thing? Like, why did they do that other than the fact that it's just for nostalgia? Like, there's no rhyme or reason why that specific killer needed to go back and burn down Stu Macher's house. I don't get the motivation for it. It's just...
Well, it did explain at the beginning or at the end at the killer reveal, and I think we're gonna get into a little bit of spoiler territory here. So if you haven't seen it yet, please don't watch it, because I mean, even though it sucks, like, it's still a Scream movie. You don't want to spoil that for you. It does explain in the reveal that they only did that Stu Macher thing to get Sydney's attention. That was like the whole point, was to trick her into thinking that it was Stu. I also, now that we're in territory or spoiler territory, I want to argue that the meta commentary for this movie is a meta commentary on AI. That's the whole thing.
Meta. That's not meta. That's just commentary on something within film.
I mean, I guess, but what do you expect from this? What do you expect from it? What kind of meta commentary? I mean, they've literally they've run out of meta commentary, Tyler. We're 7 movies in. Like,
why make more fucking Scream movies?
Well, I'll tell you what. Guess what? Rumor is Scream 8's already in development. So
kill me at this point. No, if you just turned Scream into a family legacy slasher, it's no better than Friday the 13th Part 5 or 8 or Freddy's Dead or Chopping Mall 8. Like
what is Chopping Mall 8? There's only one Chopping Mall.
You get what I mean, though.
No.
Scream has become the thing
that it made fun of. Yes, I agree with that.
First 3 movies. And why do you not acknowledge that that's a problem?
Because I like more content. I love all the Freddy movies. I love all the Jason movies. They might not all be good movies, but I still enjoy watching them all, and I still enjoy watching all the Scream movies. Scream... I will go on record saying that it is my true, honest belief that the first Scream movie is one of the greatest filmed horror movies. It is the best screenshots. It's got the best reveals. It's got the best motives. Like, it is one of the greatest horror movies ever made, if not the best slasher movie. And it's one of those things where I fell in love with that entire franchise, and I take the bad with hopes that the next one will be good.
Yet you're criticizing me for liking Scream 3. Well,
that's just a bad movie. I'm just saying, even a bad Scream movie is still a fine movie. Does that make sense?
I would have agreed with you before this film.
I don't know. You're saying that if this didn't have the Ghostface tag to it or the Scream tag to it, you would not have enjoyed this movie.
No.
Wow.
Okay. Well, okay. So maybe not, because my problem with this, Ryan, is when you go into a Scream movie, you have been trained to believe that there are a certain level of expectations, right? You are going to see a subversive and meta take on a slasher film. That's why Scream is remembered. That's why the first Scream movie stands out. There were a bunch of slasher movies made during the 80s and 90s, even some post-Scream, that fall into the same trap that they fell into in the 80s and 90s. And why Scream works is because it was not only effective in being an actual genuinely good and well-shot slasher movie, thanks to Wes Craven, a slasher icon, but it has something to say about where horror movies were at the time. That's what Scream 7 is missing. It literally becomes what Wes Craven was making fun of. in 1996 and what Kevin Williamson was making fun of in 1996, which is even more astonishing that Kevin Williamson is involved with this movie at all. Like honestly, I think this movie's so disgraceful that Wes Craven's rolling in his grave. Like it's just the oh god the oh, okay. So are we into spoilers?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay. So the will they won't they is not the right term, but the is it or isn't it when it comes to is Stu Macher actually alive? And then towards the end of the movie, when Sydney goes back to, I don't even remember what house, she sees, oh my God, look, it's Roman Bridger. Oh my God, it's Laurie it's what is Mrs.
Billy's
Loomis?
mom. I don't know if they ever called her.
Oh my God, it's Billy's mom. Oh my God, they brought Dewey back for some reason. Why? I don't know. But, all of this is just like, look at all of the nostalgia. We brought him back. They somehow look old now, but look, we brought them all back. Like it's just like they're dangling that stuff out of desperation, not for any like sake of that. And you know what? I would have forgiven it all. I maybe would have been much more forgiving if the ending or the reveal was any semblance of interesting. It's one of the biggest problems with Scream 6. I was vibing with Scream 6 for much of its runtime until that killer reveal is basically just a stupid legacy rehash of Scream 2.
Yeah.
And it's just I just cannot believe like when they took the mask off of that killer in this movie, and like even the audience that we were watching it with was like, who the F is that guy? Like it's like it was the most uninspired choice for killers. It was the most uninspired and frankly confusing and illogical killer motivation. Like it's just.
Well, while we're talking about the killer, I really want to bring this up to you because there's something that I don't get, and you said you read the Wikipedia. I'm baffled because she killed her son, and there's no explanation between that. Why was it such a brutal killing of her son that she was defending, and then all of a sudden it's just like lift him up and slam his head through a beer keg?
I mean, what she explained in the movie was I mean, basically her whole character was she and her son escaped a brutal ex or whatever, which for most of the movie I thought was going to be Stu Macher, but and frankly, I think that would have made a much more interesting idea. Like, make it be Stu Macher. Make Stu Macher actually alive. It's a swing.
Well, that's the theory for 8 now, Tyler.
That's what pissed me off so much about this movie is like people have been like pushing for Stu to come back all these years, and this is just some stupid boneheaded AI way of saying, look, we finally gave you what you want. You can shut the hell up now.
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed about it.
God, I even forgot what. Oh yeah. So the killer. My guess is she kills the son because she says during the killer reveal that he reminds me too much of my ex. That's all.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just so, and like you go back to that kill in the bar. Was her son the one who was put onto the beer tap?
Yeah.
Easily the most fun kill of the movie, ruined by awful CGI. Like,
really? I thought it was actually a really good scene.
And CGI was so stupid. Like it had his eye going like, oh. It's just like, oh my God. Like that was like the most fun I had in the movie. And then the second I saw the CGI, I'm like, oh, come on.
I didn't see the CGI. I might think differently if I watched it again. But I actually, to a point, thought that was one of the most interesting kills in almost all of the Scream movies.
I would agree with you. And I still maybe do say that is probably the case, but like, God, the CGI is just so bad. Like, yeah. So I've said a lot about a movie I just absolutely hate. Have I convinced you at all?
I mean, no. I mean, I agree with you that it's not in the top, maybe even 5 Scream movies. I say if we're strictly talking about the killer motive and the ending and the reveal, I'd say that it's the worst one. But if we're strictly talking about that, I would agree with you. But
like a Scream movie's only as good as its killer reveal. Like it's one of the biggest problems why people don't like Scream 3 is because a lot of people felt that Roman Bridger was this gigantic retcon, which they're not wrong about, but like,
yeah,
most of the rest of that movie works for me. So if anything, my biggest problem with 3 is that it's too muted because it came out a year after Columbine, and they didn't want to show a lot of like grotesque teen violence, even
Yeah.
though they were all adults.
Well, I mean, going back real quick to the Scream 3 thing,
Yeah.
I will tell you that when they were revealing all the people in the theater, I don't know if you noticed, but everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's Billy's mom! Oh my God, it's Stu! Oh my God, it's Dewey!" And there was one person in the back that went, "Oh man."
Yeah. Yep. So at least 3 fans in that movie, like I guess. So
So yeah,
um,
Roman doesn't have a lot of fans.
well, I mean, I think the problem is because for some reason they portrayed them all like. I understand why you portray Stu as older because you want to kind of give the illusion that like maybe he is still alive and survived it, but like, you know, Laurie Metcalf got shot in the head, Roman Bridger got shot in the head, like uh, Dewey's like why do you need to bring them back as who they are? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like you should have brought him back as Roman from 2000 versus Scott Foley of 2026.
Well,
So
we already hit a budget. I think honestly a lot probably
that's
came
probably
from.
what it was.
I can't imagine what they had to pay Neve Campbell, Tyler, because if I mean if nobody knows, the reason Sydney was not in Scream 6 was because that she wanted an absurd amount of money that they were not willing to pay. So for her to return, well, I shouldn't say an absurd amount of money. She asked for a lot of money on top of paying Jenna Ortega and what's the other, Melissa Barrera or whatever.
Melissa Barrera.
Like they're both. I mean, Jenna Ortega more. I'm assuming a lot of the budget went to that. You playing David Arquette. You're playing Courtney Cox. I think rightfully Neve Campbell wanted to be making more than everybody else, but on the
Well,
other hand, she wasn't really the main character of the movie
yeah,
anymore.
and that's where I think she's in the wrong. Like she's asking for main character money when she's
Agreed.
not the main character of that movie. Like
Agreed.
same thing with number 5. Like I'm pretty sure David Arquette and Courtney Cox understood that. Like I would love to know what Courtney Cox got for this movie because she's in like 3 scenes.
I think
like,
that she is cut out of a lot of the movie because I think Neve Campbell got more than what she asked for 6, if you know what I mean.
I mean, yeah. So like Courtney Cox and Gail Weathers, like the character's done. There's nothing else to do with the character. I mean, even she's doing the same thing she did in what? Like, we're here to find a story, and that's a dick move because you're not a human being. You care more about the story than the people involved. It's
Right.
the same thing. And it's just like, okay, like it just goes to show me that they made a mistake of not killing her off before. At least Dewey got his character played out and he got a death. Like Gail Weathers should have been the same thing.
Well, I'll be honest, Tyler, and I thought we were gonna finally get in this movie. Gail Weathers has always been meant to be a Ghostface. Like I've always expected her to be unmasked in the end as a Ghostface for some reason or another, and I truly thought this was the time that the motive was gonna be jealousy with Neve leaving something. I don't know. I thought this was gonna be the time.
Well, I think the sad part is like now I think the franchise is frankly doomed because like you're at a point now where if you ever kill off Neve Campbell or Gail Weathers, like you don't have reliable enough characters to continue the franchise. Like you either have to hard reboot it or try something stupid like make Gail Weathers the killer to hold on to any sort of sense of surprise reveal. It's just I think that's why this movie hurts so much is that like for the first time ever in the franchise, it feels like there's no hope that they could ever recover from this.
And I'll be honest, I wouldn't be against a full reboot of Scream in the future. Like, trust me, I know it has to be done correct. I mean, the TV shows were fine. They proved that a separate existence can happen.
I mean, I like that first iteration of the Scream show.
I liked both of them.
I kind of vibe with what they were doing.
Yeah.
The second one's bad, but like.
Well, no, you're talking about the. What do you mean the second one?
So the first 2 seasons are like what I call the Brandon James seasons, where it's like the different mask.
The different mask, yeah.
Willa Fitzgerald's character, and then that 3rd season is where they bring back, like I think like Tyga's in it, and like They bring back the original Ghostface mask.
Yeah,
It's
with
just
the
like
two twin guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I actually thought that season was pretty good too. I didn't mind that.
All right.
I guess the killer because of the boots they were wearing, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know, man. Like, I think it's just sad. Like, I've never been more done with the Scream franchise
yeah.
than I have with this film.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to agree with me, but at least hope you understand where I'm coming from here.
I do. I get it. It would be. It's how I. Right now, how you're feeling is how I felt with Evil Dead in 2013. Evil Dead. So
Yeah.
now you get it.
Well, and you know, at least you got Evil Dead Rise out of it, which is a film. You know, I don't like it, but you like it. So yeah. So hopefully, I I hope and pray that I'm proven wrong, because I'm gonna see Scream 8.
Yeah.
But I'm not going in with nearly the level of excitement that I went into with this one.
Agreed.
So
I don't want to agree with you because like I still liked the movie and I'll still buy the movie, but I don't think it's like a kill the series type thing for me is what I'm saying. I keep trying to like support the movie, but honest to God, Tyler, I'm just trying not to say that it's a terrible movie. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, for the record, not to put you on blast here, but you gave this movie 4 stars, which is significantly higher than it deserves.
Well,
So like, I mean, I would love to go back right now and see what other movies you gave 4 stars. And
no,
you
let's
really
not do that.
and you really want to tell me that all of these movies are better than, and you know what, Ryan? That's exactly what I'm going to do. I know it's subjective, but I mean, you really mean to tell me that? Oh God, here, let me see.
No, wait.
Uh,
I think we're done for the day now.
oh yeah. So you're saying that Scream is just as good as Zootopia 2?
Yes.
You're insane. Scream 7 is just as good as The Monkey, Hard Eyes.
Yes.
Oh my God, you are. Scream 7 is a full star better than Terrifier 3?
Oh, I'd say Terrifier 3 should go down to 1 or 2 star.
I do not.
I hate
like
that
you.
series. You know I hate that series.
You think Scream 7 is just as good as Toy Story 3?
Yes.
I'm done with you. I am truly done with you. It's Parasite? You gave Parasite 4 stars, Ryan. You gave Parasite 4 stars.
Truthfully, that must have been a misclick. That's a 5-star movie. That's a misclick.
Look, I'm sure you could go and do the same thing with me. But the point stands is this movie's nowhere near as good as a 4-star movie.
I'd argue that all the Scream movies are 4 to 5-star movies.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There are exactly 2 films in this franchise that are 4 stars and above. 2. It's Scream 1 and Scream 2.
Well, we can agree to disagree. Do you have any final lasting comments before we end this?
Yes, my lasting comment is, what did you think of Scream 7? Are you team Ryan or are you team correct? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share this podcast with a friend. We are growing slowly but steadily from what I have heard. And we just hope that you're liking what we're putting out. And whether we agree or disagree, this is always fun to do.
Yeah, I agree. I like the comments coming in too. I will say that's mainly me talking in the comments back to everybody, but I'll get everybody else access at some point and
yeah. I was gonna say I don't have access to the YouTube account, so
keep the comments coming. I like it.
Yeah, so all right. Scream 8 coming soon.